Hey there, you incredible people tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, I'm absolutely thrilled to have you. Today, we're diving deep, like really deep, into something we've all struggled with at some point. Those painfully awkward, mind-numbingly boring conversations that feel like they're crawling at a snail's pace, leaving you wondering if you're the one sucking the energy out of the room. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're catching up with a friend, chatting with a coworker, maybe even trying to impress someone new at a party, and then bam, you hit that dreaded awkward wall. Suddenly, you're scrambling for words, your brain is spinning like a hamster on a wheel, and all you're getting in response is a weak uh-huh, oh, cool, or even worse, the soul-crushing, yeah, I guess so. The energy in the conversation vanishes faster than a puddle in the desert, and you're left standing there thinking, oh no, am I boring? Am I basically the human equivalent of watching paint dry? If that sounds familiar, and let's be real, we've all been there, don't panic because you're definitely not alone. And the good news? I've got your back in a big way. We're about to break down the ultimate guide to stop being boring in conversations and turn every single chat into something people can't get enough of. Whether you're shy, socially awkward, feeling out of practice, or just sick of dead-end small talk, I'm giving you a complete playbook to transform you into a conversation rock star. No superhero cape required. We're talking about open-ended questions that spark real, engaging discussions, storytelling techniques that hook people like they're binge-watching their favorite Netflix series, body language tricks that exude confidence without a single word, emotional depth that keeps people hanging on your every syllable, and even a sneaky psychology hack that makes people vibe with you like your old friends in record time. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's completely revamp the way you connect with people. By the time we're done here, you'll be ready to walk into any situation, whether it's a casual coffee chat or a packed networking event, and totally own it. Picture this. You're at your favorite cafe, catching up with a friend, and instead of the usual dull back and forth, hey, how's it going? Good. Nice. You've got them cracking up, sharing wild stories, and leaning in, completely captivated by what you're saying. That's the dream, right? And we're making it happen. But first, we need to shine a light on what's going wrong. Let's kick things off with the 3 biggest mistakes that sink conversations faster than a shipwreck. Because trust me, we've all been guilty of these at some point. Mistake number 1, talking about yourself way too much, like full-on, nonstop, me mode. You've met that person before, haven't you? Picture this. You're at a barbecue, and some guy just won't stop. Oh, I just got this amazing new motorcycle with custom handlebars, and my gym routine is insane. I'm squatting 300 pounds now. Oh, and my cat's Instagram just hit 10,000 followers. Want to see her latest reel? And you're just standing there, holding your burger, thinking, dude, do I even exist right now? That's not a conversation. It's a one-man show, and it's the quickest way to make people lose interest. When you hog the spotlight without tossing the ball back, people check out. It's like you're sucking all the oxygen out of the room. Mistake number 2. Asking dull, closed-ended questions that kill the conversation before it even has a chance to take off. You know the ones. Hey, you good? Yeah, I'm fine. End of discussion. Or did you have fun this weekend? Yep, it was cool. And nothing. Those are conversational cul-de-sacs. They lead nowhere, leaving you stuck, spinning your wheels. And mistake number 3, talking like you're half asleep. If your voice is flat, monotone, and sounds like you're reading the fine print on a warranty card, don't be surprised when people mentally check out or start scrolling their phones mid-sentence. No emotion, no energy. It's like serving plain oatmeal when everyone's craving a full buffet. But here's the exciting part. We're flipping all of that on its head, starting with how to ask questions that actually ignite a conversation. The secret weapon? Open-ended questions. They're your golden ticket to keeping the conversation flowing like a river instead of stagnating like a puddle. Let me set the scene. Rather than hitting someone with, do you like your job? Which only gets you a yeah or no followed by awkward silence, try this. What's the wildest thing that's happened at your job lately? Boom. Now they've got space to share that time their coworker brought a llama to the office, or how they accidentally hit reply all with a sarcastic rant about the coffee machine. Open-ended questions start with magic words like how, why, or tell me about. Picture this. You're grabbing drinks with someone new, and instead of asking, did you travel this summer? You say, what's the most insane place you've ever visited? Suddenly, they're telling you about that time they got stranded in a tiny village in Peru or skinny dipped in a freezing lake in Canada. It's like you've just handed them the stage to shine. Try it. How did you end up choosing that major in college? Or why is that book on your shelf your all-time favorite? These aren't just questions. They're invitations to connect. And trust me, people love talking when they feel like you're genuinely interested in their world. Plus, you might stumble upon some stories so wild you'll be retelling them at every party for years. It's like being a social explorer, uncovering hidden gems left and right. Now, once they start opening up, how do you keep the energy alive with your own input? That's where storytelling swoops in to steal the show. And oh man, this is where you can really flex your skills. A good story hooks people faster than a viral YouTube prank. You don't need to be a pro novelist, just follow a simple 3-part formula. Start with a hook to reel them in, build some tension or excitement in the middle, then land it with a twist or a payoff that leaves them grinning. Here's one from my own life. So a couple of years back, I'm on this solo road trip, feeling like the star of some epic adventure flick. Windows down, music cranked. Until I stop for gas in the middle of nowhere and realize I left my wallet at the pump, 3 hours behind me. I'm stranded. No money, no phone battery, just a crumpled granola bar and a growing sense of doom. Thinking, well, this is how I become a highway ghost story. I limp into this tiny roadside diner, ready to barter my shoelaces for a coffee, and this old lady behind the counter takes one look at me and says, "Sit down, kid. You're eating today." She whips up a plate of fries, tells me she used to hitchhike across the country in the 70s with nothing but a backpack and a dream, and then slips me $30 for gas like it's no big deal. Turns out she was basically a living legend. Hook, drama, twist, bam. You've got stories like this too. That time you got locked out of your car in the rain with a pizza getting cold, or when you survived a hilariously awful blind date with someone who wouldn't stop talking about their pet rock. Turn it into a mini saga and share it. Stories are how we bond as humans. They make you relatable, they make you fun, they make you the person people remember when the night's over. All right, now let's talk about something sneaky but ridiculously powerful. Body language. Did you know over half of what you're saying isn't even in your words? It's how you move, how you stand, how you look at people. It's like a silent language that's shouting louder than anything you say out loud. Eye contact is a huge one. Look someone in the eye when you're talking or listening, and it signals, hey, I'm here, I'm all in. Not in a creepy staring contest way, just a natural, confident gaze that says you're engaged and present. Then there's nodding. It's so simple, yet it's the universal I hear you move, showing you're locked into what they're saying. And don't forget about your hands. Gestures are like the seasoning on your story. If you're saying, the fish was this big, stretch your arms wide like you're showing off a prize catch. Talking about something fast or exciting, speed up your hands a little. It's like your words are dancing to the beat. Keep it natural, though. Don't flail around like you're trying to signal a rescue plane or direct a marching band. Good body language doesn't just make you look good, it makes people feel good talking to you. And that's where real connection happens. Next up, let's crank up the energy in your voice, because conversations aren't just about exchanging information. They're about exchanging vibes, emotions, the whole experience. Ever met someone who could make their grocery haul sound exciting? That's the power of emotion in your voice. It's the secret sauce that turns a chat into an experience. Don't just say, I went hiking. Say, oh man, I hit this trail last weekend and it was unreal. The wind was howling, the view was jaw-dropping. I felt like I could conquer anything. Play with your tone. Go high when you're excited, drop low for suspense, pause to let a moment sink in like a dramatic movie scene. It's like you're the DJ of your own story, mixing beats to keep people vibing with you. Try this. Next time you're sharing something, imagine you're hyping up your best friend. You won't believe this, I was losing it. Throw in some "oh man" or "it was straight up bonkers." It's not overacting. It's just dialing up what's already there, giving it that extra punch. People don't remember the facts. They remember how you made them feel. So make it a roller coaster they can't step off. All right, ready for a pro-level hack straight out of a psychology textbook? It's called mirroring, and it's so slick it's practically cheating, but in the best way possible, I promise. Here's how it works. Subtly match the other person's energy, their vibe, their whole deal. If they're laid back, leaning back, talking slow, like they've got all the time in the world, you ease up too. Keep it mellow, match their pace. If they're hyped, bouncing with energy, full of fire, you bring that same intensity. Crank up your enthusiasm to meet them where they are. It's like syncing your rhythm to theirs, and it builds trust faster than you can snap your fingers. I tried this once at a friend's game night. This woman was super chill, sipping her wine, telling me about her camping trip. So I leaned back, slowed my roll, and we ended up chatting for hours like we'd been friends forever. But if she'd been loud, cracking jokes, bursting with energy, I'd have matched that instead, bouncing right back with the same spark. Why does it work? It's a subconscious signal that says, hey, we're in sync, and people feel connected without even realizing what's happening. Just don't overdo it. No copying every little twitch or sip like a cartoon mimic. Keep it smooth, natural, and watch the rapport build like a house of cards that actually stays up. All right, let's circle back and tie this all together, because at this point, you've got a full-on arsenal to ditch boring conversations and dominate every chat like a total boss. We've covered the traps to avoid: hogging the mic, asking dead-end questions, sounding like a robot with no pulse, and flipped it with open-ended questions to spark real, engaging exchanges, storytelling to hook people like a pro, body language to back it up with silent confidence, emotional flair to keep it alive and buzzing, and that mirroring trick to seal the deal with ninja-level finesse. You've got the whole package now. Every tool, every trick, every secret I've picked up along the way. So here's your homework, your call to action, your big moment. Take one of these tips, anyone, your choice, and put it to the test today. Strike up a conversation with your coworker about their weekend plans. Call your best friend and ask about their wildest high school memory. Try it out on the barista when you grab your morning coffee. See how it lands, how they light up, how the vibe shifts. I'd bet my last dollar you'll feel the difference right away. It's like flipping a switch from meh to holy crap, this is fun. Then swing back here, drop a comment below, and spill the tea. I want to hear your wins, your funny moments, your I can't believe that worked stories, all of it. If this video gave you even a tiny boost, you know what to do. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. We've got a ton more coming your way, and I'm not slowing down anytime soon. You guys are the real MVPs for sticking with me this long. Thanks for hanging out. You're the best. Catch you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, fam, and go rock those conversations like the legend you are.